Hi there, it's Lindsay here. We just got back from town picking up a grocery haul. I have meals for a week, but I'll probably have food for a couple weeks. So I'll just share with you what those are. Maybe you'll get some meal ideas for the week. So this is actually probably 30 pounds of peaches. They're hail damaged peaches, and we got them for 20 bucks a box from one of our, this is not where they came from, but from one of our local farmers. So I'll be putting these up this week. They need a day or so to get a little bit more ripe, but I'll be doing that. So I'll be preserving a whole bunch of canned peaches, and we use those all year long. I have to go out to the garden and harvest quite a bit of veggies tonight, but right now I know what we'll have to have this week. But these will kind of go along. These all came from the garden, but we've got some okra. I've got a ton more out there. I picked a bell pepper this morning. I've also got a cucumber and finally some yellow squash, so we'll probably fry up that. And the bell pepper, we'll probably split it and use it in 2 separate meals. We went to 3 different stores this week. I'll just show you what we got at Kroger first. And it's been a weird muggy. This is Arkansas humidity, for anybody wondering what's going on with that. I think it works. But anyway, Kroger. I saw a big coupon for the Grand's freezer biscuits. They're super easy in the morning. I know they're not the best for you, but when I need a fast breakfast, because that's usually what we need around here, because I have to get to the garden before it gets too hot. So when I'm doing a lot of that, it's good to have the frozen biscuits on hand. So I grabbed a couple of those. I don't know why this one is like so puffy. I have no idea. I also found this brie cheese on clearance. Now Jay won't eat it anyway. He doesn't like me to buy woohoo stuff for him, but I don't mind. And I'll be having it's like a turkey panini, but it's got like a little bit of blackberry spread on it. And then brie cheese, peppered turkey, and apples. And you make it like a grilled cheese, or if you have a panini press, you can put it in there. But it is so stinking good. It's probably my favorite sandwich. We were out of milk, so I grabbed some of that. Making a cake this week, so I got some powdered sugar for the icing. A couple bags of that. And I saw these and wanted to try them. So if you've tried them, let me know how they are. But I think I'm gonna try to make some mac and cheese with those to see if the kids like them, because they have 23 grams of protein per serving size, which is like 2 ounces. So I thought that was pretty good, so we're gonna try that out. I got Jay some turkey bites. I think I got the wrong one. These are not, these aren't them?
Yeah, they're them.
Honey brown sugar?
Oh no, they're, yeah, it's different flavor.
He usually gets regular, so these are honey brown sugar. Oops.
They're gonna be sweet.
But he loves the original flavor, so if you've never had these before, the original flavor we know is good, so we'll see how he likes that. Also got some regular elbows, because that's what I picked up before I saw the chickpeas, and they didn't go out of my cart. And I got a cake mix, because I'm cheating. I was really bad because I was hungry when I was in there, so I picked up some Bad Kid cereal. I buy these when I find them on clearance. So I found 1 can and bought that. I got butter for the cake, mostly icing. And then I found this butter for us. And I've showed you guys these before. Jay's currently drinking these now instead of me, but they're the sparkling coconut waters. I know Kroger has them. There's a couple like name brands, but we really like the Simple Truth organic ones from Kroger. This is how I stopped drinking Cokes. So I subbed with these, and now I'm just drinking sparkling water when I want something a little extra, or some kombucha. But yeah, this is a good way to get off Cokes right there. I got some tomato paste because I'm going to be making like a stuffed pepper soup, which I have it linked on Pinterest, so I'll try to link it in the description box for you, my Pinterest account. And then I'm also going to make some sloppy joes, which are not Jay's favorite, but I have some hamburger buns left over from last week that I needed to use, and I didn't want to do hamburgers again. So we're gonna do sloppy joes probably tonight. So I'll use that tomato paste also. I used the Pioneer Woman recipe for sloppy joes, and it's really good if you haven't tried it. So that's what half of that bell pepper over there will be too.
I don't like them as much as the other ones.
You don't like them? I bet Audrey will eat them.
They're okay. They're just sweet. It's weird.
Yeah, I didn't notice that till I was checking out. We went to Natural Grocers for our usual kind of haul there. That's where we always buy our cheese because they're kind of cheap. I think they're $2.99 for a big 8-ounce block of organic mozzarella or organic sharp cheddar. This sharp cheddar can't be beat. I mean, it's really good stuff. So we got those. I also found a big bag of grapes. And we like their organic strawberries. Grab some of those. And I don't really have a plan for this, but I was really like craving some mushrooms. So I bought some mushrooms and I'll find a place to fit them in this week because I want some mushrooms.
We're growing them.
So I have some watermelon growing, but they're not ready yet, and it's summertime. It's summertime and I'm just really ready for a watermelon. So I went ahead and grabbed one. Hopefully it'll be good, so cross your fingers for me. These are Ollie and Jay's favorite chips. We got barbecue and sour cream, and we get one of those every week because they will eat them. I also love, you probably know this if you've been around, but I love Natural Grocers tea section, and this time they had this citrus detox, but it smells so good. So it's got turmeric, nettle, ginger, green mate, and green tea, and spearmint, and mallow flowers and rose petals. Lots of stuff in there, but it smells so good. So I wanted to try that out. Bananas. I got some lemon juice because I will be canning this week. Not only the peaches, but I got blackberries from my mom's. Found blackberries at my mom's, so we've got a third of a drum over there. So I'll be canning blackberry jelly this week, and you gotta have lemon juice for that. And then I have a bag of Fuji apples, because that's what the kids prefer to snack on. And then finally we went to Sam's. I needed a couple of convenience items. We like to keep some pizza in our freezer because it's better than going and eating fast food. So, and it's cheaper. So we got that and some hot dogs. We usually just split these up into 8. That's kind of, when we make hot dogs and hamburgers, we will go ahead and cook all 8 hot dogs and like 4 hamburgers, and we'll eat them for 2 different meals. So that works well for us doing it that way, because then we get 2 meals and we only have to cook once. That's what we've really been liking to do this summer. So we got a whole pack of turkey and a whole pack of ham. They were still running low on their meats, which is weird. So we're gonna cut those in half and put them in the freezer. So like I say, this is more than a week's worth of food for sure. We're running low on our meat. We usually get our ground beef and stuff from a local farmer, but they're actually out right now. I guess there's been some kind of surge in demand or something. So we got some grass-fed ground beef over there. We usually like to keep one of these in the freezer. We still have some, but we were running low. And then we got the chicken breasts also. 4 breasts, and those are like somewhere between 15 for the ground beef and then 20 for the chicken, but it makes a bunch of meals for us. They had their bacon on sale, which was really surprising to me because Kroger's bacon for half of this was $23. That's what they tried to charge me for bacon last week, and so last week we didn't have any bacon. But this week Kroger had the exact same brand for $15, or Sam's Club had Wright's brand bacon for $15 for the hickory smoked for that much of it. So that's 4 pounds bacon right there. So we bought 2 of these because we decided to just put them in the freezer and just use them as we need them, because I ain't paying $20-something for the same thing at Kroger. We got sugar. I decided that I might want some cheese dip, or we have some leftover pulled pork in the freezer that Jay smoked a couple weeks ago. So we will thaw that out and make pulled pork nachos, like a barbecue nacho, one night or one lunch. It's a quick lunch or dinner. I went ahead and bought bread because I don't feel like making it. So we'll put one of these in the freezer, and then one of them will become paninis and grilled cheeses and sandwiches and all that good stuff. And bonus, we got more snacks this week because Jason canned us up some dill pickles and some pickled okra. Yum.
So you get asked what all we do with our okra.
Yeah.
It's one of them.
Pickling it is one thing we do with it. We also like to fry it.
And then don't scrap your scraps.
We always do this. My dad, this is his favorite when you get pickled chunks like that. So when the cucumbers aren't tall enough, or
curved, or weird.
When the cucumbers are too tall or they're curved or they're strange, we'll cut them up into chunks. So we don't waste anything, and then the chickens eat any scrap we have left over after that.
Because they make your pickles bitter, right?
They do. They make bitter pickles.
Somebody was asking about.
Yep. You cut off the blossom end, but I always cut off both ends because
then they look pretty.
Just what I do.
Then
they sure do look like pretty little spears. I went to Walmart last week. They had these desk calendars. They were only $3 in the back to school section. So I just put some clips on it and I hang it over by the door in place of our calendar that we had hanging there. But I put on it our meal plan, and it's been so much easier to do this because Jay doesn't ask me what's for dinner because it's right here. But like I said, tonight we're gonna have sloppy joes and okra. And then tomorrow morning we'll have biscuits and bacon, and then spaghetti squash. I have a spaghetti squash in the pantry that I need to use up. So I'll use that with some of that ground beef and probably our mozzarella that we got at Natural Grocers. So we'll just pop that in there with some red sauce that I already have in the pantry, and that will be a yummy meal. We may even make some garlic bread out of the bread that I got. And then on Wednesday we'll have pancakes with bacon, grilled cheese and tomato soup, which I already have tomato soup, so we'll just add a grilled cheese with that. And then we do have ribs in the freezer, some pork ribs. So I was gonna have that with the fried squash, and I got some jalapenos that are gonna be ready out in the garden, so we'll have jalapeno cornbread with that. For Thursday, I don't have a lunch scheduled, but I mean we have plenty of things that we can pull out and make lunch out of. But we'll have sausage biscuit, and then we're gonna have teriyaki chicken and rice bowls. I like to put like fresh spinach in the bottom of mine, a little bit of white rice, and then Jay will grill out some teriyaki chicken that night, and we'll cut it up and have that. And then we'll probably have enough leftover for the next day too, or to make it into something else. Sometimes I use the leftover chicken and the leftover rice to make chicken fried rice, obviously. But I may put it in our stuffed pepper soup. Maybe not the chicken, but definitely the leftover rice. Because the next night we're gonna have stuffed pepper soup, which I'll leave that recipe for you. And we'll probably have just toast and eggs and some sandwiches. And then Saturday I'll make some muffins, and we'll have whatever leftovers that we have for lunch. And then for dinner we'll have pizza and a movie. So, yeah, now that I've talked to you about all this food, I'm starving. And I'm gonna go make some dinner because Jay has just about finished putting up all of our groceries while I've been sitting here talking to you. We did stock up this week. I think we ended up spending almost $200, which is very out of character for us, but like I say, we wanted to go ahead and stock up on our meats just in case. We're putting a little extra back in the freezer. We definitely have enough food here to last a while.
What's your most favorite thing we got today? Out of all these groceries.
The watermelon.
Oh yeah.
And these two chips.
Which chips? These?
Which one?
Barbecue.
Oh, that's my thing.
So we're probably gonna cut this watermelon. Jay doesn't eat them, but I thought this one might be small enough that me and the kids could get down about half of it in one sitting.
Yeah, but you can go ahead and chop it up, put it in a little thing, and in breakfast you can throw a little bit on the plate.
That's true. What I'll do with the strawberries, the grapes, and the watermelons is I usually cut them all up and mix them together in one big bowl, and then I'll just throw them on the plate for breakfast and lunches, and it's just a good little extra. So,
yeah.
Pro tip, we eat it better that way. It goes bad a little faster, but it usually doesn't get to that point. thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down there in that comment section. I can't wait to chat with you down there. And we will see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.